Navigating the UK's immigration system just became more complex. The general salary threshold now requires applicants to meet whichever figure is higher, adding an extra layer of consideration to your job search. But it's important to note that the commonly quoted £38,700 figure is not a universal rule. Misunderstandings often arise here, and clarity is essential. A significant exception exists for the health and care sector. Applicants with a job offer in an eligible health or social care role can still qualify with a lower salary threshold of £23,200. This adjustment reflects the vital contributions these workers make to the UK's National Health Service and social care system. However, this pathway comes with a difficult new condition. Care workers and senior care workers can no longer bring dependent spouses or children with them to the UK. For many families, this turns what was a professional decision into a deeply personal one, forcing individuals to choose between advancing their career and living with loved ones. Another major update is the complete removal of the old shortage occupation list and its associated 20% salary discount. This list previously allowed employers to hire for certain roles at a lower salary. Its removal marks a significant shift in policy. Replacing it is the new Immigration Salary List, or ISL. While roles on the ISL still benefit from a reduced salary threshold, the list is far shorter and far more selective. It focuses exclusively on specific, niche roles where there is clear evidence of a national shortage, such as certain types of engineers or scientists. Broad categories that existed under the old system are gone. The key takeaway for prospective migrants is that the old safety nets for many professions have been removed. Unless your role appears on this new, highly selective list, you should assume that meeting the full salary requirement is mandatory. Careful planning and research have never been more critical. For sponsors and employers, hiring international talent has become increasingly expensive. Companies now face higher salary requirements, and on top of that, the immigration skills charge a mandatory fee per sponsored worker remains a substantial financial burden. For medium to large businesses, this can easily amount to £1,000 per year per employee. When combined with legal fees and the higher salary thresholds, the total cost to sponsor a single worker can quickly escalate into several thousands of pounds. Turning to the student route, significant and controversial changes have also taken effect. Perhaps the most emotionally challenging update is the near total ban on dependents for international students. Previously, postgraduate students enrolled in courses of 9 months or longer could bring their partners and children with them. Under the new rules, this is largely prohibited. Only PhD students or those on designated research-based postgraduate programs retain the ability to bring dependents. For the majority of students pursuing a master's degree in the UK, this means arriving alone. The policy forces a difficult choice: advance your career and education in the UK, or remain with your family. This shift fundamentally changes the student experience, transforming it from a potential family relocation into a solitary academic journey. For most postgraduate taught programs, adding to the uncertainty is the future of the graduate route. Visa, a 2-year post-study work program that has long been a major draw for international students. A government-commissioned review of this visa has sparked widespread concern that it could be shortened or even scrapped entirely. This review stems from political pressure and government concerns that the route may be exploited for reasons other than genuine work experience. Taken together, these changes reflect a broader trend. The UK is tightening its immigration pathways, both for skilled workers and students. For employers and international applicants alike, the landscape has become more challenging, requiring careful planning, financial preparation, and strategic decision-making. The graduate route visa, a 2-year post-study work program, remains in place, but it exists in a politically sensitive context. While an independent review ultimately dismissed fears that it was being misused as a pathway to low-wage work, the surrounding political debate has left a lingering sense of uncertainty. Students planning their futures in the UK must stay informed, as this visa is a vital part of the post-study work landscape. and its status could shift depending on political developments. Beyond policy debates, practical financial requirements for students have also become more demanding. To secure a student visa, applicants must now demonstrate sufficient funds to cover both course fees and living expenses. For study in London, this means showing £1,334 per month for up to 9 months outside London. The requirement is £1,023 per month. This represents a significant increase and necessitates careful financial preparation well in advance. Importantly, these funds cannot simply appear in your account at the last minute. Applicants must provide evidence that the required money has been held in their account or in a parent's account with permission for a consecutive 28-day period. Before submitting the visa application, late transfers or temporary deposits will not be accepted. Universities acting as sponsors are also under intensified scrutiny. They must ensure that all recruited students are genuine and able to meet these stricter financial and academic requirements. This adds another layer of compliance, increasing the administrative responsibility for higher education institutions. So, what does the overall picture look like in 2025? The UK government is clearly aiming for a higher skilled, higher waged, and lower migration model. For individuals, this translates to a more expensive and restrictive path to working or studying in the UK, particularly regarding family members. For businesses and universities, sponsorship has become more administratively complex and financially demanding. Success in this new environment requires meticulous planning, a thorough understanding of salary thresholds and financial evidence requirements, and a realistic assessment of eligibility. The doors to the UK remain open, but the entryway is narrower, higher, and more heavily regulated than ever before. Understanding these new rules is no longer optional, it's essential. The UK visa system has been rewritten, and your ability to navigate it effectively will determine whether your application succeeds. In 2025, the stakes are higher than ever, and preparation is the key to achieving your goal.